Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, ladies and gents. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Blitzbox mode for Disney Infinity 3.0, also is known as, of course, our Toy Box mode in the Disney Infinity 3.0 video game. So, of course, last time, as we were venturing through the actual toy box, we came across a very serious issue, and that is the fact that, well, our interior is pretty full. Like, we don't really have a lot of memory left in our interior to bring a lot of stuff in. So, what does that exactly mean? Well, hey Blitz, did you go back and like destroy everything that we've worked on so far and just remove everything so that we could continue to build new things? No, because I thought that the most fair thing to do would be to go on ahead and just minimize our designs for the next little few rooms that we'll be working on. Since there are only, I think 5 episodes? Wow, that's kind of crazy to say. 5 episodes of Blitzbox remaining for this season. Of course, it's going to take a break, and then we'll see maybe in the future it will be back. But essentially, what we're going to do today is instead we're going to focus really on recoloring most of the rooms. So we're going to prepare the rooms for their designs. And then on the next episode, I'd like to get the Hawkeye and Black Widow room done. And then I also really want to make sure that we get a Hulk room done and the Iron Man room done. Now again, all of those rooms are going to have to be a little bit more minimalistic because otherwise we're not going to be able to actually spawn things in since our memory in the interior is pretty full. So we're going to need to be very creative about how many items we place and what we actually use. So with all that in mind, let us begin by recoloring the first main room that we enter into as soon as we walk into the superhero realm. So I think what we will do is we probably want something that is not too specific, but also nothing that is too boring. So let's start experimenting with things. Ooh, I actually really like the way that looks. That's an interesting accent. What about that? Ooh, I like that. Then for the floor, let's see. Nope, not a fan. Cantina floor. That's pretty nice, actually. I sort of like that. And then for a light fixture, maybe the claw. Just as a goofy option? No. Let's keep it fancy. We'll keep it fancy. Something cool. Let's see. Maybe that? I kind of like that chandelier, right? So here's our entrance point. From now on, as we walk through here, this will be our entrance point. You walk on in, and then you're greeted with the Captain America room. Now, don't forget, guys, I will give you guys a tour of the interior and the toy box itself, so don't worry. Plus, you guys have voted and made your opinion heard about what we'll be building as the final thing outside of our toy box. So don't worry, I'll be showing you guys what that will be as well. So, then we proceed to this area right here. And over here, from what I recall, we have not built out anything. Am I correct? Yeah, so these are just blank 3 rooms that I think will probably turn out to be Black Widow's, Hawkeye's room, and then Hulk's room. So this is going to be our next kind of area here. First, though, let's go on ahead and recolor this. I think we'll stick with the same chandelier. I like that idea. The walls, I really do have to say that I think that the walls that we chose for the El Capitan look really nice, so we'll go with those. Then for the trim, I like the Beast trim, or the Beast Castle trim, I should say. And flooring, I guess we'll just carry on from that pattern that we saw before, because why not, right? So then we transition to the main kind of hub world right here, and here we will change things up, because why not? Let's see, Cinderella, not really sure that would look great. Ooh, the Death Star floor looks awesome. Then let's put the game grid hanging lamps up. Walls. Now, this is going to be a tricky one. Maybe these ones? Ooh, I like that, because that's nice and fancy, so that will work very well. Flooring we have already chosen. Now, trim is the one thing that we do need to adjust. Maybe bring a little bit of light colors so that it feels a little bit more bright. But that looks really nice, actually. Let's see. Dude, I have to say, that looks pretty fancy. So you transition from this room to then our hangout space right here, which will then carry us over into what will end up being the room that belongs to Black Widow. So for the Black Widow room, I'm not really sure what we will use yet. Ooh, I like that. The gravity fall accents look really nice. I want to use some sort of like a nice fancy floor. That actually looks really cool. Chandelier-wise, I'm not sure what we want for the chandelier. Maybe that, something nice and cool. It fits kind of the whole idea of the Beauty and the Beast. You know, Black Widow is the beauty, Hulk is the beast. So if we're going off of the films, that kind of fits the characters actually. So not too shabby. As far as walls go, I am really not sure what to do for the walls. Maybe something like that, since it's black. I don't know. I'm not really sure. That's a tough one, actually. This is probably the toughest one so far. Fantasyland, Flynn's Arcade, Fred's Lair. Ooh, I like that. That looks pretty nice. I think that that's nice and fancy and looks pretty cool, all things considered. Now, then we will transition to what will be Hulk's room. So we obviously are going to go for the Hulk walls. Is there a Hulk chandelier? I don't recall if there is. So let's find out if there is one. If there is, we're obviously going to choose that one, whatever that might be. Yep. It's basically just a broken light. So yay. Trim. Is there Hulk trim? If there is, yep. We're going to go with that. And then Hulk flooring. Is that an option? El Capitan Theater floor. That looks cool, actually. I do like that quite a bit. Guardians of the Galaxy, Hulk floor. All right, so this will be Hulk's room, which, again, we will actually design the room on a future episode. And then this right here will be the room that belongs to Hawkeye. Let's see. I don't even know what we do for Hawkeye. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty fancy. Why did I even pick that flooring? I'm not even sure. Let's cycle through some stuff. I like that. Maybe that. You know what, actually? I feel like Hawkeye would go for something that kind of looks most like an actual home. So I think we'll try to keep things very simplistic for Hawkeye's room. And then walls. Nope. Nope. Maybe like that. It's nice and simple. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the one we'll end up going with. I'm going to cycle through a couple of the other ones here. Kind of like, you know what? Let's go with that, because I feel like Hawkeye would totally be the kind of dude that would have like a log cabin type thing. So that would fit. There we go. All right, so we have those rooms all layered out now, which I'm really, really happy about, because that was the goal, is that I wanted to make sure that that's all clear. Now, let's transition right over to here. So this right here is Spidey's room, so we've already got that all layered out, but we do need to redesign this room. So, what do we do with it? Well, we could go for... You know what? I feel like that's actually pretty nice. The Guardians recolor, right? And then for the trim, do we have, let me cycle through here real quick. I want to see if we have Gravity Falls trim. That would be nice. And then flooring. I wonder what the Gravity Falls floors are. Ooh, that's nice and bright. I like that. That works very, very well for kind of an Avengers themed area. So then we have our Spider-Man room right there. And we move onwards and forwards to our next few areas. Is that Hulk? I think it is. I think it's actually a Hulk businessman. Okay, that's hilarious. So right over here is a room that will most likely belong to Thor then. And over on this side, I believe, yep, this is where our Guardians area was, if you recall. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely pretty happy about that. Before we proceed, I guess what we should have done was recolor this area. So I actually really like the idea of keeping all the themes that we had before. So we'll go with trim will be Gravity Falls, right? I'm pretty sure. And then walls, we had Guardians of the Galaxy walls, right? Helicarrier, Ghost Freighter, where's the Guardians one? Oh, oops, just skipped it. There we go. I really like that combination. I think it works very, very well for our characters. Now, this right here will be the room that belongs to Thor. So, this one will be really tough, for sure, because we want something that's somewhat fancy, of course. I wonder if there is there anything that's, like, specific to Thor? I don't know. Spider-Man, Dwarf, Small World, Helicarrier, Vintage Walls. What does that mean? Okay, that just looks spooktacular. Nemo's. What? Really? I didn't even know that that was an option. That looks pretty sweet, though, actually. That might be the one we go with, to be honest. I really like the way that looks. Hulk walls. Yeah, that's kind of surprising. I don't think that there is anything that is very, like, specific to Thor. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see then. Maybe we want something that's, like, kind of, yeah. Because, you know what? I think that this one works because it's almost like Asgard, kind of. So in that regard, it'll be pretty nice. And then the flooring needs to be also quite fancy. Wait, that did not change the floors. Is that the floors? Oh yeah, it was the floors. Okay. Ooh, I actually kind of like that because it's nice and fancy. Ooh, there we go. And we got to have like a crazy light fixture, something that's like ginormous. It's got to be like super duper fancy. Like that maybe? That. Ooh, that looks actually really nice. What about this? There we go. Alright, so this will be Thor's room, which again, we will actually design the room. Hopefully in the next episode, I'd like to do that. That'd be nice. Now, this area, we will turn into... Let's place the Helicarrier light. The walls, once again, will be Guardians of the Galaxy, because I really like the way that that looks. The trim will be, once again, from Gravity Falls. Did I skip it? No, I did not. There it is. And the flooring will also be Gravity Falls themed because again it works and I really like the way that the colors combine together, so thematically it looks quite awesome, so I do like that quite a bit. Now over on this side, this transitions us to Iron Man's room. Now for Iron Man we did build like kind of a 2-room area, so we'll see if we can actually build that out because obviously, now, considering there are a lot more limitations on us as far as how many things we can place, it makes things a lot more tricky to complete. So we'll see if this will be something that is actually viable. So we'll go with the StarTech floors, StarTech walls, and trim. I guess StarTech as well, right? Just make the whole thing StarTech. Then we redesign this, StarTech, and is there anything that is Iron Man themed in here? I actually didn't check. Helicarrier kind of would be, I guess, somewhat Iron Man themed. It would be weird if there is no Iron Man themed chandelier or anything, because they have one for Spider-Man and Hulk and Captain America, so I would be kind of surprised by that, I'm not gonna lie. There's the Spider-Man one. There's the Iron Man one. Awesome. So we have that figured out. Walls, once again, we need the StarTech walls. So there we are. And then we need to adjust this corridor. Same exact ideas. StarTech. And StarTech. Very cool. Love it. And last but certainly not... Whoa, sorry about that. Captain America just went crashing into the wall. The last Avenger, I should say. Captain America. That's the variation that a lot of you guys were voting to see in the game. So that's why we have him here to help us today. And then StarTech walls. Okay, very cool. So our corner of the Blitz box, or Blitz box interior, for Iron Man has been built out. I'm very, very happy with the way that that looks. Now, let's see. I think I'm just going to make this the exact same color combination as we saw before as far as Guardians of the Galaxy walls. Oh, whoops. Nope, that's Ghost Freighter. Ooh, that actually looks really nice as well. Well, we'll stick with the Guardians one for now, but I really like the way that looks too. They're very similar actually in colors, so that's kind of interesting. Now, let's see. For trim, we are going with Gravity Falls, and flooring we also have Gravity Falls, right? There it is. Awesome. Light fixture, I think we'll probably stick with the Helicarrier light throughout. Did I skip it already? No, I didn't. Did I? Where's the Helicarrier light? Oh, there it is. All right, fantastic. So this room is now complete as well. Now, we do have this room as a spare. I'm not really sure what we're going to actually build there yet. And we also have this spot right here that leads to an additional 2-room build. But I would like to probably change the colors and the design of this room as well. So walls, where's Guardians of the Galaxy? Hey Guardians, can you please come out to help us out? Very nice. Then we change this to Gravity Falls. And we change the flooring to Gravity Falls as well. Alright, not bad. So, we will have 2 remaining rooms that I honestly don't really know what we're going to do with, because I'm thinking about it right now. We do have a room for Black Widow, for Hawkeye, for Iron Man, for Captain America, for Hulk. Spidey has got a room. I mentioned Black Widow already, so who are we forgetting? Thor has got a room. I guess these could be rooms for like Vision and a couple of the other characters like that, but I'm not too certain. We're gonna have to decide, like maybe this is a room for like Vision and Scarlet Witch. That could kind of work, but I'm not too certain. Maybe Falcon? That could be a pretty good choice as well, so we do have some choosing to do in that regard. But I would leave that up to you guys to vote on what you would like to see in those specific rooms. So, this will wrap up today's episode of Blitzbox. We did a lot of work as far as like coloring and interior design, but on the next episode we will start doing the minimal decorating that we can do, and I'm hopeful that we can finish out the Black Widow room, the Hulk room, and also the Hawkeye room on the next episode, so that way we can head off to do the Iron Man room and the other rooms that we have as the spare rooms over on the other end. So with all that out of the way, ladies and gents, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, and of course, as always, I hope to see each and every single one of you lovely, lovely folks here next time. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, everyone.